Hello and welcome to the Official Watchers YouTube channel. Here at Jardin du Mayfair, heaven on earth for the watch enthusiasts. This week I have an extremely special limited edition Richard Mille. It's the 6101 all grey edition. It's a Johan Blake. It's really cool and I want to get into it. But just a very quick one, guys. Up to 72% of you aren't subscribed. So please do hit that subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world to me, and I'll keep these videos coming fresh and hot every week. For those of you who are fans of the brand, the RM6101 was released in 2015 and is instantly recognisable thanks to its flashes of green and yellow through the bridges and rehaut in homage to the Jamaican flag that sprinter and RM ambassador Johan Blake runs under at eye-watering speeds. Blake first started working with RM in 2012 and previewed his first RM Johan Blake prototype at the Olympics in London. This was fettled and released in a 50-piece limited edition for the public, the RM 5901 Tourbillon Johan Blake, which was a vision in green and yellow and featured a translucent green case made from a composite injected with carbon nanotubes. It also featured a retail price of $620,000. So yeah, it was a pretty penny. The four bridges crossing the dial space of the 5901 were supposed to be indicative of claws, which was a homage to both Blake's outstretched hands when running and also his nickname, the Beast, which was given to him by Usain Bolt. And if you take a look at the watch, you can see that the bridges do have a hint of Wolverine about them. In 2014, a new Johan-inspired watch was unveiled, the RM6101, which is sometimes called the Baby Blake, and is a smaller, more accessible and more restrained, as in infinitely less green on the case front. The new Blake was no longer a tourbillon and was released with a black ceramic case. The bridges crossing the movement remain the signature of this particular model, but have been reduced from the 4 to 2, which I must confess to preferring quite significantly, as it allows a clearer view of the movement. Over the 6 production years of the 6101, a few variations of the Baby Blake have been produced, ranging from the OG with the green and yellow bridges, a white quartz TPT version with white bridges, and this, the grey edition 6101. The grey Blake is a limited 150-piece edition, and it exercises stealth with a light but tough TZP ceramic top and rear case, with a mid case made from NTPT carbon to keep that lovely weight down. It's a 42.7mm piece with a length of 50mm, so it's perfect for pretty much any wrist size. As this is a Mille, the 3-part case is held together by splines, which re-identified by a series of star shapes around the top case, and protruding columns which contain the splines passing through the mid case to the rear. A very tightly controlled sandwich construction. This case is perfect. Black strap, grey rehaut and bridges and grey titanium crown guards finish the look, with the only vivid colour on the watch coming from the red tip of the seconds hand, which is a welcome dash of colour that elevates the watch away from monochrome and works exceptionally well. It's sporty but subtle, and so far all fairly standard fare, but here's where it starts to get interesting. The case is asymmetrical in size and depth, almost in a wedge shape that starts slim and compact on the left side and flares in both height and width towards the crown side of the watch. This is a deliberate design feature made for Blake, who wears his watch on his right wrist. Good man. As speed and power is the name of the game with sprinting, the 6101 has been built to be as aerodynamic as possible, hence the slimmer side of the watch being the first thing to come in contact with the air during the forward motion of sprinting. It is the horological equivalent of a lean bonnet flaring towards a low windscreen on a sports car, and with the weight of the watch being kept to a minimum, it's unlikely to create any drag that could affect performance. Plus, as it's been tested to endure forces of up to 500 Gs, it's safe to say that the watch is small, but mighty. The dial, or lack thereof, and the handset are perfect for this watch. I love the double AR coated sapphire, which affords a view of the movement without any glare whatsoever. The hands have thick luminova tips for easy reading at a glance and at a distance. The strap is an aerated black rubber which slots into the watch as opposed to being a spring bar and lug setup. The movement powering the watch is the 24 jewel caliber RMUL2, which is a Vaucher-based grade 5 titanium movement which has been duly skeletonized to remove any additional weight. Vaucher Montre Fleurier are the movement arm of Parmigiani Fleurier. They are a highly respected and top of the business, powering watches for over 300 years and supplying to some serious prestigious brands, RM being one of them. You can spot a Vaucher movement in a watch if you search for the caliber of their star logo, which tends to appear somewhere subtle. In this case, it's on the bottom left edge of the caliber as you look through the case back. RM has never hidden their relationship with Vaucher, so their input is also noted with a V engraved into the ceramic rear case in between Swiss and made on the left. It's a manual wind time only movement that offers a 44-hour power reserve and is also found in the RM55 Bubba Watson. The RM55 is another watch that is designed with shock and resistance in mind, as belting golf balls and running like the wind can create similar forces on a watch. It is, to my mind, an incredibly attractive movement which is compact, pared down and suspended within the inner frame in a manner that gives the impression of a floating movement. It's a touch that I've always enjoyed on both the Blake and the Bubba, which happen to be my favourite RM variants, pretty much of all time. In truth, I find the 6101 Grey Edition appealing in its entirety because the case is a perfect size and I love the visual interest of the asymmetry with the red seconds hand amongst the monochrome. I think it all looks superb, so it's something I'd wear in a heartbeat. However, me being me, I would put this on a pink strap instantly without even thinking about it. Okay guys, so this is a limited edition RM. The price is $195,000. It's a monochromatic piece, so it is sort of not a shouty RM. I'd be interested to see what you guys think of it in the comments. It's 150 pieces limited, so you could argue that there's a good fair bit of value in there. Certainly in RM standards, the limited ones can go for millions of dollars, right? I love this watch. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll keep these videos coming fresh and hot every single week.